you've ever watched Whirlwind Family Farm for any length of time, you'll hear me talk about gardens don't take a lot of space, and that's absolutely true. We're here on 1 acre, which is not a lot of space for a market garden. We're kind of medium size. I've seen people have market gardens on a ½ acre. I've seen them go up to 3 acres. So an acre is about right for us to be able to grow for our customers and for ourselves. But you hear me talk about if you have a small backyard garden, you can have a 10 by 10, 20 by 20, 30 by 30, and in that small area, you can grow a lot of food. But here's the question. What if you don't have that backyard? What if you don't have that space? You live in an apartment or a townhome. You may have a balcony, but you don't have that backyard space where you could set up a little garden. Not a problem. If you do have that balcony space, then you do have access to be able to grow something. As long as those who, your landlord or those that you rent to, they're renting to you, if they don't mind it and it's not a problem, it's certainly something you can do. I'll show you here as you look and see these vegetables. These are Swiss chard that my wife put in a small container just because she likes the way they look. And Swiss chard really has a nice look and it can last nearly year round. And she's literally had these up for almost a month in these small containers. And it's amazing how well they've done. Just sitting out here in the open, water them every 2 or 3 days. And these are very small containers. What I would say not even sufficient for growing something that size, but they've done well. So back to you and your situation. You're in an apartment. You want to be able to grow fresh organic vegetables. All you need is a few containers. You can get these at just about any retailer out there that's a hardware type store. These 5-gallon buckets work really well. There's other containers that are specifically made for growing different plants. Those are perfect. And when it comes to being able to trellis, say you want to be able to trellis cucumbers or have your tomato plants grow up something, you can always get a stand or something you can put down or over. What I say you could do is get a couple of dowel rods, a thick, heavy dowel rod that you can get at just about any craft store. Put those around your tomato plant, let it crawl, and you can use different wires. You can just take a wire and wrap gently around those stems to be able to support it. The same thing holds true with cucumbers. You can do that or let the cucumbers spill out of the bucket. Who cares? You're just trying to be able to have a few vegetables that you can grow for maybe you, your roommate, a couple of family members that live in that setting where you don't have a backyard. So if you've got an east view or you have a west view of a balcony, and even better, if you're in the northern hemisphere, you have a south view. Because if you do have a south facing balcony, you're going to get sun most of the day. So I know I've kind of oversimplified that, but it really is that simple. Go to your store that sells organic compost. You can find it most retailers. It's organic certified compost. Get a couple of bags, the amount that you need for your containers. Put them in, start your seeds. Maybe you can even get a seed tray, start a few seedlings, and then transplant them into those containers. Again, whether it's squash, or tomatoes, or cucumbers. Heck, you could even do, if it's a deep enough container bucket, you could do a few carrots because carrots are going to go down 5-6 inches. Onions, the list is limitless. The same thing with radishes. I'm thinking of radishes right now. They don't go down that deep. The roots maybe go down 3-4 inches, but the radish itself is setting almost on the surface. A lot of possibilities. If you're in an apartment and you have that balcony, that space, you can raise vegetables. So it's really that simple. Just want to remind you, because I want to speak to those who maybe watch this channel, don't have a lot of space, they just have a balcony. You can grow things as well. And it's a simple, easy thing to do. Watering is going to be simple because if you work during the day, you can water before you leave, maybe check them in the evening. They may not need water every 2 or 3 days. Just go over to that container and water it. Thanks again. We always appreciate you for checking out our channel here at Whirlwind Family Farm. Our goal is to always take you further down that gardening process, no matter the space that you live in. You can have good organic food most of the year, just depending on what you like and what you like to grow. We got a couple of videos that'll take you further along. Check those out. Blessings over you, your family, and your garden, no matter the size, from Whirlwind Family Farm. Talk to you soon.